Alright, so originally I was planning on making this a week after the update came out, but then I procrastinated, and now I'm doing it about a month when the update comes out. Or who knows, maybe I'll procrastinate even more. It'll be to like 2 months and you won't get an upload for 2 months. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, as I'm recording this, it's been about a month since the update came out, and I've gathered my thoughts on what I thought about it. Originally, I was gonna compile, like, I was gonna talk about each feature and rate them out of 10 and get like an average of it, but that took too long. That was like 40 minutes of audio I didn't want to deal with. So I'm just gonna say, name feature, good, bad, move on. And then I will also touch on if I could change a few things, quote unquote few things. It's gonna be a lot of things. If I could change things about the update, I will talk about that. Also, it's like 2 a.m, so I'm really tired, so sorry if I sound like I just like I don't know, I can't think of an analogy to base this off of. Anyways, AMD Skywars, I think it's good, very good game mode. They nerfed the XP, which I think is a really good idea, so now the XP I think is in a good spot. Corrupt games, adding corrupted games is a little bit weird, incentivized cheating, but you know, if the cheat was good, I would think it'd be fine. And honestly, if the cheat was good in general, Mini Skywars would be S tier game mode, 10 out of 10 game mode. But yeah, besides that, Mini Skywars I think is in a pretty cool spot. If they made the kit XP from rank transferable to mini kit, I think that'd be perfect. And then for the new maps and solo and doubles, I think all of them are actually pretty good. They looked really weird at first, some of them like cube craft maps, stuff like that, but they actually play quite nicely. The only thing I didn't really like is the iron blocks on Citadel. You look at people just mining like full iron armor and diamond sword and win with 1 kill, which is not the best. Maybe replace the iron blocks with like quartz or anything else, but that's just me. Besides that, all the maps I think are actually quite nice. Maybe not the not railroad, that's not what it's called. It's got like a bridge on it. It's got like those like extension bridges, but you know, I'll put a photo up there. That's the only one where I'm like, it's probably the worst besides Citadel in terms of like how it looks and how it plays out. But besides that, yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The prestige schemes, the actual like level prestige or like prestiging levels, I think they're pretty good. They're really nice. I think the 400+ ones are actually really good. Worth grinding? I don't know. The names are a bit silly, but the prestiges are nice. I'm happy you could actually change the schemes to past prestiges, which especially is good right now for me because my next prestige is Sapphire, and I am never gonna touch that scheme ever. The kit prestiges, on the other hand, I love it personally. I love the concept of the kit prestige schemes. The only downside is that it takes so long to do. Like, oh my god, 75k XP is 15 levels. Like, what is it? If you were a psychopath and you got all of them, if you got all the schemes for all the kits, you'd be nearly 2,000 star, which I know like it overflows at, or it caps at 500 and it just overflows the XP, but still, that's insane. I would feel like if they just made Prestige 7 like 50k XP, I feel like that's a good healthy medium between it being high enough to where it's still super rewarding and prestigious to have, and it's low enough to where it's actually like feasible to obtain in a timely manner. So you're not just like spending a month and a half, or God knows how long on that one kit. I have like some notes on stuff I would change. Prestige 7, make it 50k XP. Prestige 6, 35k. Prestige 5, 20k. I think is a good spot. I don't know. That's my personal choice. Some people would say lower. I don't really know, but we'll move on. The prestige icons. This is a bit of a controversial one because I like the new icons. I think they're really silly. I like the faces. I find them quite funny. But they removed a bunch of icons, mainly because most of the icons came from the prestige icons. They removed those because there's so many new prestiges. There's so many prestiges enough that you can't add an icon to all of them. So they just removed them, which kind of makes sense, but I feel like they could have made them unlockable in a different way. Maybe like achievements, I don't know, the challenges, stuff like that. Anything to make it attainable, because people are like up in arms about it. Like their AOD icon is gone, their prestige icon is gone, which to be fair, the gold icon I had, which was just like the heart, I really liked that one. I wish I still had that one, but it wasn't the end of the world, but that's mainly because I have AOD 12. But anyways, yeah, if they just made the old icons unlocked in different ways, I think that'd be perfect. Angel's Descent, very good. Oh my god, the potion opal discount is a goated change. I'm so glad they added like a dozen stuff besides like instead of 3 things. So I think it's like 200 opals worth of stuff, which is insane. And I like pre-farmed 120 opals, so I'm not even done it. And I actually really like that. I'm glad I'm not done it, so it actually encourages me to play the game. The only things that I would change for Angel's Descent really is like buffing a upgrades, like the new Quest Master's best friend thing where it gives you plus 5% coins per quest per tier. When you're that late into this end, the coins bonus doesn't really matter that much. So I think it's fine giving it like a small buff, like instead of 5% every tier, it's like 10%, something like that. I don't know. I think that'd be fine. And then Midas gift. This is like really early in descent, but I feel like this would be fine. Even though it hasn't been touched in a while, I feel like a lot of people still don't think the upgrade is worth maxing out. So I feel like instead of 20 coins per tier, anywhere from like 50 to 100 even would make it actually worth it, and actually like you could feel the impact with it. But yeah, that's what I think. But the Angel Descent, very good changes. Loved it. And then another somewhat controversial one, the challenge milestones. Some people are going to say my opinion is invalid for this because I'm a one-time gold division. But still, you know, people, the streets have been saying that I could have gone diamond if. I don't think so, but I don't know. But anyways, unrelated. I'm glad they made the ranked rewards obtainable, mainly because that would make the master's account black market thing dead. Thank goodness. But the only downside to it is that people are just boosting challenges now. There's just people begging for wins all the time, which isn't that big of a deal. Or worst case scenario, people are just partying up and boosting wins, which is like kind of predictable. I'm gonna be honest. They should have seen this coming. If they didn't, then I don't know what to tell them. I don't really know if I were to change it. Nothing you can really do. You've done it now. GG, go next. I'm fine with the change. And then Mega Doubles replacing Teams Insane. My opinion for this, I feel like doesn't really matter because I don't play Insane or Mega often. Yeah, I think it's whatever. Some people will be upset by it, but Teams Insane didn't even queue. Like it queued maybe like once a month or when people were botting it. So I don't think it matters that much. Also, it's unrelated. Why does it take 12 out of 40 players to queue Mega, but 20 to queue doubles? It makes no sense. I feel like they should make doubles queue at 12 instead of 20, like Mega. Whatever. The insane mode perk changes being full. I think this is a really good change. I don't play insane mode, so I got like a bunch of other like people that main insane mode to get their opinion on it. And everything I heard is really good. They're like praising it. It's like holy. It's like the second coming of Christ to them, which like I can understand. I think that's understandable, but not much for me to say here since, like I said, I don't play insane, but I've heard it's a really good change. The level progression change of being like 10 levels per prestige, 5k XP per level. I think it's I like it. I think it's a good change. I like how the progression is faster. Getting a level a day actually is possible, which feels a little bit weird for me. I think it's pretty good. Encourages people more to grind because they're seeing the change more often, so that's good. I don't know if it would have been better making it 5k XP per level with no XP buff or 10k XP per level with the buffs, so leveling up still feels rewarding. I don't know, but I like the way it is now, so all good. The Fallen Forge being like the new way to make opals was just souls in general. Not a huge change for it, but I think it's a good change when you connect it with the soul well change. Only downside for that one is that I wish it didn't remove my 60 like 970k souls from the soul wells, stuff like that, so I could have had infinite opals, which makes sense. It made sense. I'm probably just being biased, but still I'm still upset by that one. The kits and perk menu change. I think this is the best quality of life change. Like, I don't know if people are talking about this or not, but I think this is the best quality of life change ever, especially with the fact you can change your perk from the cages. That is a game changer because you can change your perks depending on what map it is on the fly. It's amazing. It's awesome. I love it. I don't use it though because I don't know what perks to flex to. I'm fine with the perks I have, but for the people that do flex perks around, perfect, amazing, brilliant. Chef's kiss. And then this one, also a good change. The quest overhaul. Finally, you get tokens from every quest. Finally, you get XP for quests and a monthly quest that gives you a free opal. Oh, it's beautiful. And the weekly quest giving 250 XP. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I love it. I get excited when the weekly quest reset now. You have no idea. Before, I was just like, oh, whatever. Free coins that are like 2 games worth of coins. But now I go, holy 250 XP and there's 2 weekly quests. This is great. And then next we even have the heads change. It just keeps on going. I've heard people say that they don't like it because they get hard targeted for being an indescribable or ethereal head. I can see their point. It's kind of true. I get targeted a lot, but I honestly think it's fine since other Azerials and Indescribables you can kill, make up for the XP loss that you're giving people, but you're getting the plus 21s or plus 20s, plus 25s, stuff like that. I think it's a good change. Only downside, I think, is making special heads 25k XP. It's a bit messed up for the YouTubers because the people that play this game with YouTube rank don't really play Skywars a lot, so they're gonna get absolutely bodied and absolutely targeted and absolutely farmed for XP and special heads. So not a good change there, but besides that, I'm happy with the changes. Kit balancing, the Endlord nerfs I think are pretty good. In teams, Endlord is still meta because you can just go rookie. You know, that's probably the best part of the kit changes. If I were to change the kits, I have like a list of kit balancings. I'm not gonna go through all of them. If you really care, you can pause and just look at what I have to say. Stuff like that. I don't know. And you can agree, disagree, is what it is. And the perk balancing, mining expertise changes in normal is fine. It's a bit weird they did in insane mode too. Insane mode, I don't think it was that big of a problem, but like I said, I don't play insane mode. I wish for normal they just removed the diamonds, since mining full iron isn't honestly that big of an issue. Besides Citadel, because it's iron blocks, you can make that in like 2 seconds. But other changes of the perks they have are kind of whatever. Not the biggest change. The chest balancing. Oh, this change is kind of mid, I'm gonna be honest. They only changed arrows, which like I guess the arrow changes are nice because like there's so many arrows you get from the missions, but why just arrows? Like, why just the arrows? You could have done so much more. You could have made it so much better. Mine and everyone else's like main concern basically was getting like either nothing from middle or getting literally everything. I feel like there should be like a minimum or a maximum amount of like mid loot you should get. Mid loot being like armor, fire sword, bow, pearls, KB rod, something like that. Like maybe having like 1 minimum of those items and like a 3 maximum. I think that'd be kind of nice. I don't know. I think if you did that, that'd be good. That'd make the chest actually balanced and not as RNG, but still being RNG. But yeah, overall, I actually really like this update. I would hope so because it was a long time coming. It took like 10 months to make. If I were to give like a pros and cons sheet, I would give the pros being like the fact that there's near infinite content with the kit procedures. The new Angel's Ascent actually takes time to complete for basically everyone. Mini, if the issues with the NTG and stuff is solved, I think it's a S tier game mode will be a thriving game mode on Skywars. Making the rank rewards non-legacy, I think is a big pro to it, and progression being a lot quicker for casual players especially is huge. That's going to keep those casual players along to Skywars. And then the cons, the ranked rewards, courage boosting, not good, bad. I feel like when this update came out, we should have had like game masters or whatever, just like hard moderating Skywars in case people were boosting that, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So corrupted games and mini encourages cheating, but I feel like I said, if they just fix the anti-cheat problem, which is a server-wide thing, I think corrupted games and mini will be perfectly fine. Another con, diamonds not removed from normal maps. It is what it is. I've been pressing this since like 2020 or something at this point. I don't know, I'm starting to lose hope, man. Capping levels at 500 star is a weird choice. I don't know why they did that. And then another con is just cheating is still a huge issue, but that's more of an anti-cheat thing than a Skywars thing. Please make the anti-cheat work. Was it on like weekend nights you get b-hopped on every other game? I'm not lying. I woke up one day after getting hopped on all night and it literally said like, what's your past 15 reports? It was nuts. Another con, mid loot not properly changed. I just addressed that recently. Don't need to go into it again. Again, this was a super rambly video because I want to shorten this as much as possible instead of making it a 40-minute long recording like I did last time. If you guys enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. I'll try and make content. Hopefully, I don't know. I'll upload when I feel like it though. I'm not gonna pressure myself. Yeah, bye.
Come across like a woke asshole, but like, dude, women have it hard.